Hello and welcome back to our channel. We can't wait to make a review of a new revolutionary model, OpenAI o1 Preview, which is an early release of the OpenAI o1 model family. This family of models claims to use reinforcement learning to perform complex reasoning and outperform the GPT-4o in three main areas: mathematics, coding, and science. It is stated that its math and reasoning abilities are significantly better. This official o1 release post comparison shows that the o1 model can produce long internal chains of thought before responding to the user, resulting in more accurate answers. However, it is also known to have some disadvantages. Compared to the previous model, GPT-4o, the new o1 model is slower, more expensive, and does not have multimedia capabilities. And in this short video, we will try to demonstrate what it is all about and answer the main question: is it worth the hype? To do it, we will not only test the new model's reasoning capabilities, but will take a step further and create an app that will compare how well the new model performs in comparison with the ChatGPT 4o, which has turned into an almost perfect instrument for millions of people. So, let's dot the I's and cross the T's. Let's start with logging into the Afterthoughts app builder. When in the builder, click to create a new blank Ionic app and give it some name. The next step is the most important. We need to add the correct OpenAI API key to our app. The new model is available to most premium customers, and only those may have access to it if they have been paying for ChatGPT. And we are those lucky ones who have. So, we are good to go and use the key generated for the newest OpenAI model. In the app, go to Services, Settings, and enter OpenAI API Key as a new parameter name. Then, paste the o1 Preview key you obtained from OpenAI into the value field. Now, we can create a UI that will allow us to send a prompt to both models and compare two outputs from ChatGPT 4o and o1 Preview. Click Pages, then open Screen 1. Let's start with naming the page. Now, let's drag a text area to the page and replace its default label with question. Then, select the text area and specify that it should have 6 rows. Finally, we need to define the ng model value. Let it be question. Also, I would like to show you a little trick that can simplify development. After you provide the value, a green plus button appears clicking on which will add this value as the variable. Let's check. If you now switch to the Code tab, you will see that the new variable is added automatically. Let's proceed with creating our UI and go back to the Design tab. Add the button under the text area, name it Run, and then set its click property to Run. Next, we need to arrange for a component to get output from both models. So, drag and drop two text components to the page. The first text will be used to show output from ChatGPT 4o, so let's define it as GPT 4o. Time parameter is needed since we want to compare response time of both models in seconds. Also, we want to compare the prices of each response, so let's define the price and add that it will be shown in cents. Also, we will define the ng if property of the first text as GPT-4o result. This will arrange for hiding the component on the screen until the response is received. Now, let's do the same with the second text that will be used for showing output from o1 Preview. Do not forget to add the ng of property and set it to o1 Preview result. Now, as our output is expected in Markdown, let's add it to our project. To do it, click Create New, then from Plugin and select Markdown. On the Markdown screen, copy the HTML component and paste it on the screen 1 under each text. Next, define the first Markdown with the data property, and then repeat it for the second Markdown. In the next step, go to the Code tab and add the following variables of type any. The final touch is adding the function that will trigger processing the entered question. For this, under Functions, create a new function named Run and indicate that this is going to be an async method. For the function, enter the following code. Also, as we are using the async method, we can use another tip. Check the loading checkbox over here. This will automatically add showing loading indicator before the function execution starts and hide it after the function completes. We are done with the app and it's testing time. Click Test and wait a bit for the app to load. To start with, I will enter the first question I prepared. I know the correct order and it is like this: crime, police, judge, judgment, punishment. And, as you can see, ChatGPT 4.0 is very quick with the correct answer. O1 Preview is much slower, but the answer is also correct with more details. If we compare the time and price values, I would say that a question arises whether it is worth spending more time and money on the same result. For me, the current score is obvious: 1-0, and ChatGPT seems to be the winner in this round. Well, let's now proceed with a more difficult task. And this is going to be a linear arrangement problem. We know that the correct answer is Z, but let's wait for the results. And, though quick, the answer from ChatGPT 4.0 is wrong. What a disappointment. The reasonings and answer from O1 Preview are just perfect. Looks like O1 Preview is catching up. Well, let's now ask another question. This time, it will be a coding and decoding question. We have the following problem statement. And again, I know the correct answer, but would like to see how well both models perform with this task. And, as you can see, ChatGPT 4.0 is losing this round. The answer provided is quick, really cheap, but absolutely incorrect. At the same time, O1 Preview performed perfectly. Its reasoning is awesome. The only downside is response time and price. But since the answer is terrific, it looks like they are not to be considered as an issue. Well, it's difficult to tell who is the winner in this battle. But to say the truth, the new model met my expectations. And what do you think about this battle? Write your thoughts in the comments. It's really interesting to know about your experience. Also, if you find our videos useful, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get regular feature updates and product videos.